Welcome back, welcome back. I just wanted to say, black women, stop thinking black men hate you. I just went to the store to get a coffee at 2 o'clock in the morning. Woke up out of nowhere. I go to get a coffee like I normally do from my store, go to that Lucy store, and I see one of the most beautiful black women I've ever seen in my life up here. Now I live in an all Spanish town. So, you ain't gonna see too many of those, and if you do, you know what I mean, they're not gonna be literally one of the most beautiful black women you have seen. That's your type. She was literally my size, meaning she's a little smaller than me. So men taller than them and shit. So I was like, oh, that's what's up. And I'm just thinking of all these things I play on here, like, and women say they want. Not saying I'm gonna get it or nothing. I'm just looking and thinking, and I'm like, motherfucker, this is what you're doing this shit for, bro. Like, nigga, this is what it's all about, bro. Like, but it made me mad though, because as I am looking at her and admiring her beauty, and even looking past the things that we complain about, the long eyelashes that are fake, the fucking weave or whatever, but her shit was right. Get it? It didn't look sloppy. She looked good in it. So I'm not gonna act like that look isn't it's so bad, it's so bad. No, it's not original. And we have special hair. I understand it looks nappy, I get it. But nobody's hair can look like ours. We can wake up and our hair will always look different from the next day if you never touch it. Even if you do touch it. Our hair is like a bush. You ever see a bonsai tree? Now, the dope thing about the bonsai tree is the way the leaves are and the way it is. You can shape it to look like whatever you want. That's our head. That's our hair. That's why black men get mad over the wig. Because you can literally get your afro out and then say, hey, barber, I want you to make my fucking hair look like a crown, literally. Or, hey, sister, I want you to braid my hair. And I seen a woman do this online before. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. And she braided a crown into her head. That's how much power the Lord has given us. We have a fucking crown on our head, literally. Do you understand that? Before we were metalworking and bending metal, how do you think niggas got their crown? How do you think? This is how. What do you think made us royal above everyone else? How do you know everyone knew who was royal and who wasn't? Because of our hair. They can see it and be like, that's one of them. Before I go Vegeta, I'm not even going Vegeta. Sticking to the point. It was just it was a good thing to see that. But like I said, then you think of the stereotypes and the different things, and I think of all these little things and a couple of things like I be playing y'all Kevin Samuels or certain dudes that talk about mating signals and how to see if a woman likes you because she'll fucking talk to you. And so I'm noticing these things and I'm like, you know what I mean? She's looking at me. Not staring at nothing, but like, she did the little look. Instead of being super thirsty and being like, oh my God, because she had a fatty. Like, you ever see something where you're like, is that real? That can't be real. And if that is real, how did the Lord give you that? You're so small. Like, what the fuck? So she proceeds to say, yeah, it's hot. It's mad hot in here or whatever. And, I was like, yeah, it's been raining for mad long. Whenever it's raining or cold out or whatever, they be leaving the heat on and this motherfucker be burning up in here. So whatever, you know what I mean? Most women, things like that don't happen to men. Not every man. A woman that beautiful won't even talk to a man. I've shown my last video proved it. And it's not like she talked to me, but she wasn't mean. Because I wasn't staring at her fat ass like, oh god, holy shit, dog. She didn't give me the dirty look or nothing, because I know women check for that shit. The way she was dressed, it wasn't like she was all dressed up. Her shit is so fat, she has sweatpants on, and there's no way to not see it. Her shit is so fat, she could be standing in front of you, and you can see it. The sides, you'll be like, yo, what the fuck is back there? Now, it made me feel good just for her to say that to me and nothing else. We didn't go any. I didn't try to hit on her. Nothing. I didn't, cause I know a woman like that, looking that good, dressed up, sweatpants on, Monday morning. She's obviously a stripper. Duh. She just got off work. I'm not beat. And it was just like, I'm not even gonna say, oh, it's so sad, women are strippers and blah blah. Listen, man, it's fucking hard as fuck out here, and you could be a stripper and not fuck niggas. So, you know what I mean? I mean, that's not always what happens, but that life leads to the bullshit. But it was just, she wasn't rude. She didn't like look at me like, what you looking at, nigga? Or some dumb shit, you know what I mean? And it just felt good to speak to each other without being mean. And her actually, like Kev Samuel said, smile. Like before she even said anything, she looked at me and she smiled. I was like, oh, god damn, you look good. Like, damn, that's all I need. I don't even want to hit on you now. That's all I need. I can go home and make a video about this shit. That's fucking pathetic. But it's really not. Like, to me, it's progress. Instead of me living life and every single day I see my women dissing us. Like, in every way. And watching them, like you watched my last video, the dude said I wanted to give you your ID. And you kind of look beautiful, so yeah, of course I'm going to try to hit on you. You look good and you lost your ID, so I'm doing my job. And you look good. You should expect this. You shouldn't be mad at it like, oh, it's Dusty hollering at me. And that's the point of the last video. Women are starting to not get hollered at by the good guys, the ones you want, and you're never gonna get stopped. You're not gonna get stopped hitting by the guys that you don't want, because we want you. Of course, we're gonna hit on you. The difference is the guys that you want, they don't want you, just like you don't want us, and just like we are starting to stop and realize, like, I don't stand a chance. I don't have this kind of money. And even if I had the money, I don't have the muscles. And even if I had the muscles, I still got this face. Even if I have the money, muscles, and a better face, my personality ain't this. I'm not super funny. I'm not charming. I'm not this. Then if my dick ain't big, and then if I'm not cool with a family, and then if I'm not, it's so much shit that a man has to do to impress a woman. You really wonder why most men are giving up? It's too fucking hard. It's not worth it. Then, out of all of that, you just want us to be the leader and do everything and all of this. And it's like, yo, bro, I have my own fucking life to run. How can I be all these fucking things to you and fucking be myself and do this? I gotta be charming, masculine, feminine, giving, a boss, a worker. It's like, god damn, why you just don't get it that all the other nations of people, they work as a fucking team, man. No matter how it's looked at. Like, if you got the weak man with a strong woman, or a strong man with a weak woman, and blah 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 blah, other races give each other breaks. Other races give each other fucking, my bad if y'all couldn't hear that over the TV. I'm so used to listening to this shit that I don't even give a fuck. But it's like, yo, it's crazy. Like, I'm in an all Spanish town, and I swear to God, I see some of the most beautiful women with the most average looking men. And it's because the nigga handles his business, and, I mean, I don't know their business. She might cheat or some shit or whatever, but they're wifing these niggas up. They're not acting like, oh, I'm so bad that no, they realize like, yeah, I'm gonna be alone for the rest of my life. All these other alpha male dudes, there's a bunch of other pretty women just like me. And these Spanish chicks get it, and they're like, "Fuck that! I'm getting in where I fit in now." It's not all like that, and the newer generation's doing what we're doing and all this. But the fact is, I've lived around other nations, and I've seen it all my life. I'm like, yo, how the fuck did their women respect them enough to be like, yo, I'm looking past your looks, you hold shit down, and I'm the baddest bitch around here right now, and you're gonna do. We're gonna lock this shit down and shit. Like, I mean, like I said, I don't know their personal business, and they could be cheating on these niggas or whatever, whatever. But it's just like I see them with them regular ass dudes, rock face dudes with baddies. Now, like I said, this rock face dude probably got a good thing going. You know what I mean? Like their people are not as fucked up as ours. So they're rock face ass niggas and everything own businesses and have connections and they're not gun banging each other down all the time. So they can actually build and shit. And that's why they can take the best of their women, their regulars, and they get them. Now, we don't have that same ability, even though we do. See, our regulars are like Pookies and Ray Rays. You just jump all the way down. And there ain't nothing wrong with that because, you know, there's average, most of us either, we don't got that kind of money anyway, or we ain't bred up to be no super charming, well etiquette and all of this. Like, it took me fucking all these years just to get to the level that I'm on of speaking and learning these words. I still don't know how to put all this shit together. I still don't know how to control myself all the way. I still have a lot of work to do. But it's just like, damn, bro, like, why can't our women work with us? Like, don't you realize they set us up in the greatest position, but their trick to put you in my space, feminize me and make me a bitch ass nigga. Don't you realize we can use their trick that they did to us against them and make it work for us? They've given all these black women all these dope jobs and then all these regular good looking black men that are never getting there, or not super good looking black men, just men that will help build the community and build us up. Yous have the money and yous can't stand the fact that you make more money than your man or you look better than your man, which is the craziest thing in the world. When a woman says, I'm angry, I look better than you're the woman. You're supposed to look better than the man. Yous are not supposed to be chasing pretty men all your life. You're supposed to be like, I want to be the pretty one. You know, so I don't have to worry about this nigga running around all fucking time. Like, it's a joke. And there's so many things I want to say, and I probably was just going towards a point and lost it because I'm happy, angry, and sad all at the same time because it was a decent moment, but it's just like, it proves my point. They got us scattered. As I walk home, I noticed this fucking girl or woman, whatever, lives like 3 blocks away from me. And like I said, she's obviously a stripper. Because of I'm not beat, I'm not dumb. And then where I see her walk into this, I didn't see her walk into the building, but the block she was on is all nice little houses and this nice ass little building where you gonna have money to live there. So I know she wasn't my age. She looked like she was maybe 20, 25, maybe early 30s, because she looked very young but very, very grown. So, little ass kid out there late at night going to get Dutches and shit. But anyway, like I said about how we need to like love each other and like work with each other, I'm a sound-bodied man. Now, I wouldn't want to be with a stripper. You know what I mean? Because they're known to do a lot of fucked up shit. But if she wasn't one of those and actually know how to deal with herself and not be a junkie or a coke fiend and having sex with multiple men and really greedy and saying I'm gonna do this for the rest of my life. Like, I'm sure there's some out of all the thousands and millions of women that go to do this. I'm sure some of them are like, literally, I'm gonna reach $100,000 and I'm done with this shit. I'm not staying in these projects. I'm not staying in this fucking life. And I don't have any other smarts. I don't have no man. I don't have no cousins. I don't got nobody. Nobody give a fuck. And every man I know around here will use this body up and destroy me. So I might as well use this body, take their fucking money, and get the fuck out the hood. I get it. Does it, like, is it great? No.